Starting our practice, finding a moment of peace in your easy seated pose, Sukhasana position, inhaling and exhaling, finding the breath. And as you inhale, open those eyes, let's stretch those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Once more, inhale, swoop those arms up, stretch it out. Exhale, hands to the heart space. One final time, inhale. Exhale, pull the hands back to your heart space. Inhale, arms come up overhead, and then we're going to lean to the left. Feel that side body stretch through your ribs. Come back to center and lean to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Lean back slightly, and then bring those hands back down to the heart space. Just rest them in your lap. Let's take 3 circles with our head, rolling all the way to one shoulder, chin to chest, round to the next shoulder, and rolling your head back. Try to do 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the opposite direction, embracing all those clicks, those cracks, those pops, releasing tension and softening a little within your neck. Remember to alternate and roll the opposite way once you've done 3 times in one direction, going as fast or as slow as you like. Last time before returning back to center. Take a breath here, inhaling. Exhale it out as you bring your hands and elbows together. Inhale, pull those arms back, create some space in your chest. Exhale, make yourself really small. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, make yourself small. One more time. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, make yourself small. Let's release those hands, and we're going to spin all the way round, dropping down onto our back, finding Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, option to place some blocks under your knees or feet, and placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, connecting to your heartbeat, connecting to your breath. And let's take 3 deep releasing breaths here, breathing all the way in through your nose, feeling your chest and belly rise. Exhale, breathe it out. Now take a breath in, feel your chest and belly rise. Exhale, let it go. One last time, inhale, deepest breath. Exhale, let it go. And then slowly we're going to begin to straighten out those legs. Taking a moment to pause here, letting those hips readjust, maybe wiggling your feet a little. And slowly pull your right knee into the chest, squeezing the knee into wherever feels comfortable for you, either finding stillness here and just holding that knee close to your chest, or option to maybe roll the knee around, find a little bit of movement in the hips, or even just roll out your foot, roll out your ankle if that feels good for you. Slowly we're going to drop that knee all the way across the body, letting the knee really feel heavy here, and then placing our arms in a cactus position. Option to stay here or bend your back knee, catch that foot round behind you and take cat-tail position. Full body twist, holding it here. Taking slow, easy breaths, trying to really let your body melt into the mat. Inhale, let's take our last breath in. Exhale, as you breathe it out, slowly release your leg. Roll all the way back to center. And then simply pull the opposite knee all the way into the chest. Again, holding it here, hugging that knee in. Option to find movement if that feels good. And then when you're ready, drop the knee all the way across your body, letting the knee feel heavy, taking your supine twist, cactus that arm. And again, option to take cat-tail if that felt good for you. One hand on your knee, one hand on your foot, looking in the opposite direction, enjoying that stretch within your neck. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Final breath, inhale. And as you exhale, roll all the way back through center. And we're going to take our half happy baby. So keeping that knee bent, holding on to the outside edge of your foot. Keeping a bend in the knee as the foot pushes up to the sky, trying to keep your shoulders on the mat. Holding it here. Opening up those hips, trying to soften, trying to deepen into the stretch. Last breath. Exhale, release, straighten your left leg out, pull the right knee into the chest, holding on to that outside edge of the foot, or peace fingers around the big toe if you prefer. Bending the knee as the foot pushes up to the sky. Holding it here. Final breath. Exhale, release, slowly straighten out your leg, and then just plant your feet down onto the mat, taking them about as wide as the mat, and then just let your knees roll in on one another. This is going to push your lower back down onto the mat as a little recovery position. And again, returning one hand to heart, one hand to belly, focusing on your breath. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, we're going to slowly push all the way up, come onto all fours and lower down onto your belly. Making a little cushion with your hands resting either your forehead and chin on the mat, and we're going to take half frog position here. Bringing the left knee up, making sure the knee is no higher than the hip. Option to use blocks or cushions or blankets here to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then just breathing into the hip, trying to melt it down. Trying to really let that hip sink down as deep as you can go into the mat. Enjoying this time to pause, to breathe, to find a little bit of stillness. Retreating inwards. Taking time to pause within your day. Slowly, let's drop that leg all the way back down onto the mat. Bring the opposite knee up. Again, just turn to check the knee is no higher than the hip. And then drop the head back down, trying to drop those hips back down at the same time. Creating some space, creating some opening, releasing all that tension and emotions within the body. Final breath. And then as you exhale again, we're going to lower that leg all the way back down onto the mat. Let's take a deep breath in, feel your belly push against the mat. And as you exhale, we're going to push up to our Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders, hands and forearms down on the mat, pulling those shoulder blades back and making sure you're not squeezing or tensing in the bum. Holding it here. And again, just really focusing on your breath, feeling your belly push down against the mat. Exhale, feel it pull away. Now, option to stay exactly where you are, you don't have to take it further. Or if you like a deeper stretch, we're going to straighten out the arms, finding our seal pose. Again, option to drop your head all the way back if you want to enjoy that lovely deep stretch within your neck and throat. This can be quite a challenging stretch, so dropping down at any point, coming back to that Sphinx. And together, let's lower all the way down. Take a recovery pose, just rest your forehead back on your forearms. Breathing here, soaking up the benefits of that pose. Noticing how we've stretched and softened in our back. Now, as you exhale, we're going to slowly make our way all the way back up to an upright pose. And we're going to sink the hips between the feet, coming into hero's pose. So making sure our sit bones are on the mat, feet at either side of the hips, either staying upright or option to drop back onto your hands or forearms. Or for a really deep stretch, you're going to level all the way down onto the back, holding on to opposite elbow, taking full hero's pose. Now again, this is another really deep stretch, so listening to your body, only doing what feels right for you. And making sure your knees aren't splaying apart too much here. Make sure they're really, really squeezing in. Holding it, breathing, finding some stillness. maybe finding the comfortable within the uncomfortable. And then when it feels good for you, let's slowly release those legs in whatever way feels good, straightening them all the way out. And we're going to take banana pose here, so slowly walking the feet over to the left side of the mat, placing your right foot on top of the left, and then slowly pulling the torso round to the left side as well. Feeling that gentle side body stretch through the ribs, through the side body. Nothing crazy or dramatic here. Don't try and fold yourselves in half. Just enjoy that side body stretch, that opening. Final breath. And as you release, pull your body back round to center and then over to the right side, bringing the feet over to the right side, left foot on the right. And then holding it here again, feeling that side body stretch all the way through the opposite side of your body. Perhaps noticing if one side feels a little bit more tight than the other. Just take a deep breath. Exhale, release the arms, release the legs, and pull yourself up into a little ball. Make yourself as small as you can. Really hug those knees in, bring your forehead to those knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Feel held, feel nurtured here. One more breath. Exhale, releasing into our final resting Shavasana, starfishing on your mat, taking up as much room as you need. Option to have palms facing the sky, option to have palms facing the floor to feel a little bit more grounded. Or you could perhaps place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, if that feels good for you and you like to be connected to yourself within Shavasana. Rolling those shoulders back, releasing the jaw, maybe releasing the hips. Maybe letting those feet roll out to either side. And breathing here. We're just going to finish with a really short breathwork practice today. Of course, if you would like to take a longer Shavasana, you absolutely can. Just pause this video and extend the Shavasana at any point. When you're ready, finishing whatever breath you're on. And let's take a really deep breath in for the count of 1, 2, 3, exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once more, inhale, deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale for 1, 2, 3, exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting here with your breath, with that stillness, with your body and mind. Soaking up the benefits of your practice today. Not worrying about what you look like, not worrying about how well you did, whether you could focus or not worrying about whether you could do the poses or not. Just taking your practice as it comes, practicing that kindness, that self-love that we so easily give to others. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale it out, stretch out your body. Take a really, really big body yawn. Pull your knees all the way into your chest and just roll and flop. Fall onto your favorite side, holding the fetal position for a second, before slowly making your way all the way back up into your comfortable seated position. Bring the palms together and let's really, really rub them together. Create a last moment of heat and energy. And then when your hands feel warm enough, pop them over your eyes. Plunge yourself into complete darkness. Before dropping those hands, bringing the hands to the heart space, honoring our practice. Lots of love and light. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.